Namaste, everyone.
Namaskar.
Namaste, Vandana ji. Namaskar. Welcome everyone. This is Pragya. I'll be your host for today's webinar with Vaidya Vandana Baranwal. And we still have 2 minutes to go. Vandana ji, while we are waiting, would you like to say a small prayer to begin this? And then we can have a little introduction, and then by the time some more people can join.
Okay, and well, you have allowed me the screen share. So you just
Yeah.
want to begin with the prayer?
Yeah, maybe just one small little prayer, and then we
Yes,
can.
absolutely. Thank you so much. So, namaste and welcome everyone. This is tradition in Ayurveda also. Every chapter of Charak Samhita, Shashwat Samhita, all these classical texts start with auspicious word At, and the first verse is always a prayer to Bhagwan, and it is uh, following that tradition. I invoke the energies of Ganpati, who is remover of obstacles and the god of wit and wisdom. Those of you who know, you can say this prayer with me. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath, be here, be very calm in your mind and hearts, and say this mantra with me. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ ॐ धन्वन्तराय नमः ॐ गुरुवै नमः. You can open your eyes. Let us begin the session. Thank you, Prakyaji.
Vandana ji, it will be good to just quickly get to know some of our participants. It will be nice if you all put where you're joining from at this time of the day. Vandana ji, you can also say where you're joining from. I am joining from New Delhi, India, and it is a beautiful winter morning here. So you all can just let me know.
Fantastic. So I am in Ohio and I welcome you all to the
Okay.
webinar from Ohio.
So, and I would like to just quickly kind of
Hmm.
introduce Vanna ji. She can do a thorough introduction of herself. And just for all of you who do not know more about Vanna ji, she is a doctor of Ayurveda and she specializes in women's health. And she has an MD in Ayurvedic Prasuti Tantra and Sriti Rog, that is a gynecologist, if I may say, in traditional medical language. And she's a native of Varanasi. Wow. And has deep understanding of Vedic traditions, yoga, and astrology. She has been teaching at HUA for almost a year or over a year now. Her courses are very well received, and she kind of teaches us very what we would say small, little, but very, very important things that we must know about our own health, our community's health. It helps us to bring together a more healthy society if we kind of pay attention and maybe integrate it into our daily lives. So, Vannaji, you can just quickly introduce yourself, as a doctor, as a
Yes,
person.
thank you so much, Prakyaji.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I come from Banaras, Varanasi, and I have completed my studies from Banaras Hindu University. And before moving to USA, I was professor in SGM College of Ayurveda in Hassan. I specialize in women health, but I love teaching Ayurveda. And I'm offering two courses of community education. One is from for women wellness, Ayurveda for women wellness, and the one is tonight's webinar would be focusing on Swasth Ayurveda for daily wellness. So, women's health and daily wellness. Swasthvrit and Women's Health, two courses I'm teaching. Although I have been teaching, practicing Ayurveda for almost 30 years, I'm published author of two Ayurveda books. I have also founded Ayurveda Association of Ohio 501c3. I'm part of WAVES. And I am very happy to be here and have this chance to talk to you all about Swa- Dinacharya. I was going to say that Dinacharya is part of Swasthavrit. Swasthavrit is how to live a healthy life. Dincharya is just a small entity, but very important part, very important component of that. Daily wellness. Today we will talk about that. So, Pragyaji, if you allow me, I will just start.
Yes, Vandana, you can share your screen. We can start with the webinar and please everyone, just a request, all question and answers will be taken end of the presentation. You can put your question and answers in the Q&A box. Once Vandana ji is done with her presentation, she will answer your questions. Thank you so much.
So, this presentation is about discovering daily wellness through Dinacharya. It is from morning when we wake up till we go to sleep. But sleep is considered very important, not just how long you sleep, but the quality of sleep. So, dawn to dusk, discovering daily wellness through Ayurveda. And we already said this prayer. And Ayurveda, in if we look up at the classical text of the Ayurveda, we pray Bhagwan Dhanvantri as the god of the Ayurveda. So during my classes, I want people to connect to that within themselves because Ayurveda is universal in its approach. It says we are a combination of our mind, body, soul, and senses. And in this way, Ayurveda is holistic in its approach. But it also shows us our spiritual pursuit that we are not in this world for the physical life only, but we are spiritual entities because Atma is part of that Paramatma who is the who controls or regulates this universe and how we can connect to that. So, connecting to self is one of the ways to connecting to the whole. So, acknowledging this healing potential within ourselves is the divine power. When people come to me, I practice here. In my practice, when I see people, they come to me, and when I ask, do you believe that you are going to be well? People feel very confused. Well, I am taking this medicine, my report says this, my doctor says this. It is very important to connect to ourselves and have this faith in the healing potential of our body. That is what Ayurveda connects to us through its teachings. So, Dhanvantri is the god of Ayurveda, and Dhanvantri, in the form of divine power, resides in each of us. Knowing a mantra of Dhanvantari, especially people who are suffering or people who are looking to design their well-being, it is very important. So you can memorize a small mantra. Like I said in the beginning, Namami Dhanvantari Madi Devam Sura Surair Vandit Pad Padmam Loke Jararuk Bhaivrityunasham Dhataramisham Vividaushadhinam. I bow down in front of the Bhagwan Dhanvantari and worship because he offers the healing to gods and demons equally. They do not discriminate. And their Dhanvantari's infinite power saves people from miseries and diseases, not just of this physical body, but of aging, fear of death, diseases of the mind. So we seek his blessings and grace. And before I begin, I just want to mention that practicing in the United States of America, I'm not a medical doctor. I am an Ayurvedic doctor. What you learn if you have any health condition, these are very powerful. They look subtle when you incorporate in your practice, but they are very powerful. So please check with your healthcare provider as well. What you will learn tonight is Dincharya, the daily routine for health, longevity. And in Dincharya, the focus would be the morning routine, which in Ayurveda has been emphasized. And the learning outcome would be, what you would leave this webinar with is, you will have a template for your daily wellness. It is very important to understand that Ayurveda comes from Vedas. The principles of practices of Ayurveda is based on Shad Darshan, Sankhya, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Yog, Mimamsa, and Vedanta. They are very scientific, but at the same time, it is wisdom. It is not information. So when you learn something, Ayurveda is personalized in its approach. You need to understand what you are doing. One thing that works for someone may not for other person. So understanding yourself and understanding where you are and what practice you are doing and what how you have done it always, and only then incorporating that practice is very important. So in Vedic tradition, the three pillars of learning are Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasan. So listen to the presentation, and that is what I do in my classes also. Listen to the what is happening in the class, listen to the recordings, read, go through the resources, and then reflect, contemplate, and then only start practicing. So what you have to listen and what you have to understand is tonight about Ayurveda. Ayurvedic Dinacharya. So what is Dinacharya? Dinacharya is made of two words, Din and Charya. Din is day and Charya is regimen. So daily regimen. The day starts from morning till night, dawn to dusk. And this Dinacharya has significance that it actually connects us to the rhythms of the nature. Ayurveda says that yat pinde tat brahmande. What is in here is out there. Everything is made up of five elements. We are part of this universe. When we live a life which is connected to that, not just connected, but in harmony and rhythm to that, then we are at peace. We create balance. We age well and we protect our good health. So it brings not just a rhythm or harmony, but it creates well being, it creates healthy aging, it protects us from falling sick. So it is very important to follow Ayurvedic Dincharya. And how do we connect to nature? How do we understand? So Ayurveda has simplified it. It says that when everything is made up of five elements, there are three regulating energies, which it calls Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So the five elements or Panch Mahabhut that everything is made up of are space, air, fire, water, and earth. Many of you might already know. What you may not know is the three regulating principal doshas. So these three doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata is made up of all the five elements, but it is distinctly the energy of space and air. Pitta is distinctly the energy of fire and water, and Kapha is distinctly the energy of earth and water. They have their specific time in the day. It is you can just visualize it, that when sun rises in the morning, it is just rising, it is not that intense and strong. If you look up at the leaves and grass, they have dew, they are moist. So Ayurveda says this is Kapha time of the day, because distinctly earth and water elements are there. You just observe the movement of the sun. By noontime, it is at its strongest. So Ayurveda says that this is because sun signifies heat and fire element. So this is the time of the day when Pitta is strongest. What it also means or implies that at that time in our body also the fire element is or the Pitta is the strongest. So our strength to digest and metabolize is optimal or best at noontime. And as day advances, the sun, its strength weakens. How we experience on earth as it weakens. So evening again is Vata time of the day. In morning is cooling and Kapha. Evening is also cool, but it is Vata, because you will notice that there is a dryness to the leaves and the earth because this hot sun has absorbed the moisture. So this is how the nature kind of reacts to the changing rhythm of the sun, rotation of the earth, and how it affects our body. So when we do certain things at certain time of the day, these doshas are in balance. Our body is not stressed. And in Ayurveda, this has been kind of given as a template that we should wake up at certain time, we should go to bed at certain time, we should have our main meal at certain time, and there is a specific time that is designed to take care of our senses, because Ayurveda teaches us that we are not just our body, we are a combination of our mind, body, soul, and senses. Senses are our eye is the seat of the sense of vision, ear is the seat of sense of hearing, nose is the seat of sense of smell, tongue is the seat of sense of taste, and this skin is for perception. So how do we take care of that? It is very important to take care of that, because these senses are our windows to the outside world. That's how we experience this world. So in the morning routine, there is a template to take care of our senses. So you would be surprised to know that in 2017, the Nobel Prize was given to the scientist for physiology and medicine for discovering that for discovering that of there is a circadian rhythm at molecular level. They just prove this. Ayurveda has said it for thousands of years that there is a circadian rhythm. We are connected to the energies of the nature, and that is how, with the change of the night and day, our system responds and changes. So, certain organs, uh, the meaning of having a circadian rhythm at molecular level means that how our body is. If you look up at this, the smallest unit of a like structural and functional unit is cell. Cell have molecules. Cells come together or are organized as tissue. Certain specialized tissues form organs, and these organs work together as organ system. So when this is connected at molecular level, then certain organ systems have their functions optimal at certain time of the day, right? So when we are doing certain things at certain time of the day, then our body is not stressed. It is simply you eat your meal when your system can digest better, then body is not stressed. But when our digestive strength is weak and you eat your main meal, then it is stressed, because it doesn't have the strength and you are putting food. So over the period of time, it may start showing imbalances and diseases. And how Ayurveda understands it is doing certain things at certain time of the day, and that is Dinacharya. And what is the uh, kind of the template? Let's begin with the morning. So, waking up early. And what time we should wake up? It says Brahma Muhurte Uttishte. What does it does? If you wake up at that hour, then it is Rakshartham Ayusha. It protects our life. It protects our it it not just protects the life. Ayusha, that means how we age, longevity. It brings longevity. We so here are three things: it protects, it brings longevity, and it also affects how we age. We all age, right, with the passage of time. Some people are 60 and their heart may behave like 80-year-old. Some people are 16 and their kidney may behave like a 40-year-old. So how this aging is happening, it is affected by just the time of the day we are getting up. It is not only the time of this saying that Brahma Muhurt it signifies that we have the power to create this health. It is the time when you sit down and try to meditate. It helps simply to fall into the practice of meditation. It is the effect of time on our system. So, what is Brahma Muhurt? It is 1 hour 36 minutes before sunrise and lasts for 48 minutes. It changes with season. It is related to the sunrise. So it is not that you put the time on the clock. It is related to the sunrise. And Ayurveda says that how to wake up. You may wake up just jolted by a alarm clock, or you may wake up consciously connecting to the universe, acknowledging the power. And there is one mantra if you want to memorize: Karagre vaste Lakshmi, Karmathe Saraswati, Karmalitu Govinda, Prabhate Kar Darshanam. Bring your palm together, say this mantra, empower yourself, feel calm, and begin your day calmly. It is very important. It changes the perspective, how you live your life, just how you start your day. Then, what is the first thing that we should do? Drink, splash water on your face, rinse your mouth, and drink a glass of water. If it is warm water, better. And what does it does? It helps waking up at this time, helps us in healthy bowel movement, and drinking water supports that. So there has been a published paper that says that there is a colonic clock in our body, and colon is kind of timed to eliminate in the morning. Its activity is stimulated when you wake up early in the morning. And Ayurveda says if you wake up at Brahma Muhurt, in our body, this Vata that I was saying has 5 subtypes. So one of the types of the Vata is called Apan Vata. It is responsible for the elimination of urine, feces, wind. Ayurveda says that this is its time, which actually is what the research is saying, that colonic clock. It is time to eliminate. So it supports elimination. This body is not a storehouse. The food that we eat is digested, and when we sleep, metabolism happens and it segregates the waste and essence. Nutrients and essence are retained, but next day when we wake up, we should eliminate. So waking up supports healthy elimination. So it is very important. And after elimination, brushing the teeth. And Ayurveda has recommended the its benefits, who should not do, who should be careful in doing it, and the herbs that are used like karanj, karveer, ark, malti, arjun, asan, neem has become very popular. Some of these trees or plants people do not understand, but in Ayurveda it has been described in detail. So just to review: waking up early, splashing water on the face, rinsing your mouth, drinking a glass of water. If warm, it is better. If people want to drink water from the copper cup, that also is okay. If you are drinking for a normal cup, that also is okay. It helps you healthy bowel movement to very calmly go sit down on the toilet and have a healthy bowel movement, and then come wash your hands and then brush your teeth. It is not essentially have to happen in that order. If you drink water and you do not feel like going, you can brush your teeth first. And brushing of teeth is also associated with scraping of the tongue. And with the brushing of the teeth, with what Ayurveda says dantapavan or daton, it can be used. Some herbs are powdered and it is used as dantamanjan. So oral tooth powder can also be used, and it is followed by this is also followed by the tongue cleaning. So you can just, when most of you might be familiar, and if you are not familiar, there is a tongue cleaner, copper, steel, or in the ancient days, people just used to break the this dantapavan, that the stick that they used to, and use it for tongue scraping. So scraping the tongue is also very important. uh, in the advanced classes in the course, I also teach about the oil pulling, which is called gandush and kaval. What decoctions of the herbs can be used for cleansing the mouth, like mouthwash, or in what cases people can use oil and how it is done. But for there are specific indications for that. For everyone, it is important to know to brush your teeth. If you do the uh, if you can do tongue cleaning, make a habit of doing it. Some people who should avoid are people who are suffering from indigestion, asthma, cough, cardiac diseases, diseases of eye, ear, and mouth. So there are certain indications people need to be careful when they are incorporating a new practice. And then yoga or exercise, what is the best time these days? People, when they in their uh, day at the office or work, they hit the gym, and many people go to the gym in the evening because in the morning time they are not getting the time. Ayurveda says the best time to do exercise is the morning time. Evening is the Vata time. When we do exercise, it increases the Vata. So, to get a good quality sleep, we need to slow down from the evening. So, Ayurveda recommends doing yoga in the morning. And another thing that Ayurveda recommends doing in the morning is shower. It is very important to shower in the morning. When I moved to this country, when people used to talk to me, most of the people used to tell me that, well, they do not have time. They just change and put on makeup and dress nicely and start their work, and they like taking shower in the evening. So, if you want to take your shower in the evening, well and good. But for protecting your health and well being, Ayurveda recommends taking a shower in the morning. So, if you are doing yoga, yoga is seen as a spiritual practice as well. It is not just an exercise. So, if you are doing it as an exercise, you can do it before shower. Or you can take your shower, and as a spiritual practice, you can do your pranayam, yoga, and meditation. It can be done because Ayurveda is a personalized practice. So it is just for the understanding that these are not rigid in their sequence, that you do this after this. It is that these practices are done in the morning and personalized for everyone. So taking shower in the morning is important because as I mentioned earlier, that having a healthy bowel movement is important. This body is not a storehouse. When we wake up early and drink a glass of water, and with regularity, this practice sets in, and body is acclimatized to eliminate in the morning. A very healthy practice for digestive health, for general health, for aging. When the digestion is completed in the daytime, and when we go to sleep, according to the Ayurvedic principles, our Dhattvagni or metabolism happens at the night time. So, wherever there is transformation or metabolism happening, digestion or metabolism, our body creates waste. So, this waste of the tissue metabolism also needs to be cleansed in the morning. And Ayurveda says that we have these 13 openings in our body. So, openings of our sense organs, eyes, nose, mouth, ear, and the private parts that Ayurveda says good and upast, and there are millions pores on our skin. How we clean that? So Ayurveda says that just standing in shower and cleansing your body quickly takes care of that. So when you just change, that is not happening. So Ayurveda says it is very important to take shower in the morning. And the second reason it says that with the coolness of the water, this heat present on the surface of the skin and the body is pushed inside, and it goes and supports digestive fire. So when you take shower in the morning, your digestive strength is strengthened and you feel hungry. Many of you might have experienced that when you take shower after that, immediately you feel hungry, especially in the morning. So it is very important to take shower in the morning, and after that get ready. In Ayurvedic text it is described that wear clothes appropriate to the season. If it is cold, woolen; if it is hot, cotton or silk, appropriate and made from normal natural fibers would be great. And it says that put on, in ancient days people used to use flower garlands and sandalwood paste in the summer, and aguru, which is warming herb, it's paste during winter. So now put on nice clothes, put on nice jewelry, put on your makeup, perfume, and then look up at yourself in the mirror, feel confident, and now you are ready to face the world. Now comes the time for breakfast. Because morning is the kapha time of the day, here I was explaining morning is early morning is kapha time of the day, 6 o'clock, 6 to 10. So within 6 to 10, if you are eating breakfast, it is very important to note whether you are hungry or not. Everybody should not have a heavy breakfast. According to the how everyone is, kapha people may not feel hungry, pitta people may feel hungry, vata people may feel hungry sometimes and sometimes not. So according to that they should eat. Otherwise, if you are not hungry, just save your appetite for the lunch. Lunch is the noon time is the lunch time, and lunch is the main meal of the day, because at that time sun, like I said earlier, is the strongest, and so is our digestive strength. And then slow down from the evening, continue your professional work or what the workday demands, slow down from evening. And it is very important to how to utilize your evening. It is very important to make plans. There are some unfinished work. Do not carry that stress to your bed. Write it down, put it on your calendar, write a journal. When you do these things, you are very calm in your mind, and it improves the quality of sleep. And these days people are on their phone and screen. It is very important to switch that off. People who are not getting good sleep can do gentle foot massage and do some deep breathing meditation and go to bed by 9:30. It may seem unrealistic, then Ayurveda allows 10:30, but no later than 11 o'clock. And then this is just a review of the things, recap, that waking up early, saying a prayer before leaving the bed, splash water on your face, brush, floss, scrape the tongue, drink a glass of water, bowel movement, have time for that, sit down calmly. These are some of the practices that body massage is not for everyone and not for every season. We talk about it in detailed class. Then meditation, yoga, dressing up nicely, breakfast. Eat only if you are hungry. Every day is not same and everyone is not same. It changes with season as well. Begin your professional work, slow down from the evening, light dinner, and lunch is the main meal. So, this self care has been given so much importance since thousands of years in Ayurveda. If you look up the published research, they still are very confused. They do not have a template. They are still discussing. Those who are interested can look up at, note it down and look up at this published paper. And it is considered very important to have a self care practice. Why? Because world is suffering from lifestyle disorders. There is one solution for that. These all lifestyle diseases can be checked with Ayurvedic daily routine. You will learn in the Swasthavrita class everything in more in detail. What are lifestyle disorders? They are because of our unhealthy living habits. When you do it every day, eventually it can lead to diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, obesity, heart diseases, stroke, certain type of cancer, polycystic ovarian disease in females, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Nowadays it is getting so common. Osteoporosis, depression, anxiety, sleep disorder, all these. You know, there is a published research that says 463 million adults globally suffer from diabetes, and this number is projected to become 700 million by 2045. Diabetes is a metabolic disorder related to lifestyle and unhealthy eating practices. People are doing intermittent fasting. Ayurvedic Dinacharya naturally is designed as a personal intermittent fasting template. And cardiovascular diseases, 17 million lives every year. So many people lose their life because of that, and 1 trillion annually by 2030. This is a projected figure. And just by doing a mindful Ayurvedic Dinacharya, you can check that. So, what Ayurveda says that it is so beneficial for us, and it is important to understand that Ayurvedic Dinacharya is not focused just on health. Ayurveda says that the goal of life is Dharmarth Kam Mokshanam Arogyam Mool Muttamam. Dharma, Arth, Kam. We live with that in this life, and eventual goal is moksha. Ayurvedic Dincharya is a path to that as well. So Ayurveda is spiritual in its approach, and it helps. Living a Ayurvedic Dincharya helps with that. And what else it does? Protects the health, prevents diseases, promotes positive health. It is personalized and it is predictive. Who will suffer from what diseases? That also people can understand. So this webinar is a just a presentation of one class of the course that I would be teaching this winter 2026, starting from January 13, and this would be 11 classes completing on March 24. The classes will be like this class is tonight, this webinar is tonight, every Tuesday from 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is just one class, Dinacharya, in this course. You will learn about lot. There would be a class on sleep, exercise, and uh, eating habits. We will talk about the self-care practices in detail, like I was saying, Gandush and Kaval, exercise, yoga. So those who are interested, you can register for the course. And with this, I will end the presentation, stop sharing, and open the sessions for QA. I hope you enjoyed. I have given you action items to take home to practice, but there is nothing fixed in Dinacharya. It changes with season, it changes with age. So, those who really want to understand the principles behind this practice can join this course so that they can not just help themselves, they can help the other members of the family and friends as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vandana ji. And it was lovely listening to all this. I mean, such important uh, little things that we may not be doing in our daily lives and which are really important. We'll take questions. So I have Vijay Kaneji. He would like to ask the question himself. Vijay ji, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Namaste. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
Vijay ji, namaste.
Namaskar.
Namaste. Good to hear your presentation. Beautiful, short and sweet presentation that you had. I wanted to ask about Abhyanga and Padabhyanga. A lot of people here are deficient in vitamin D. And somewhere I had read that if you do the Abhyanga and sit out in the sunlight, that would help the absorption of vitamin D. Is that correct?
Yes, you're right. These
Oh, okay.
traditional practices, modern science is still discovering whatever sages have taught. So vitamin D deficiency is such a common thing, but people have forgotten the art of self body massage. Just sitting down in the morning, because you are taking shower in the morning, you will do massage in the morning, and early morning sun is considered the best. So when you wake up early, then only you will have this time for self care. If you wake up late and if you are not having a healthy bowel movement, this massage, self massage, abhyang, will not have the same result as when you have had a healthy bowel movement. So, one thing is related to another, and waking up early gives you this chance to sit down calmly, do gentle self massage, expose yourself to a rising sun, and it is according to the season. It is not that it is cold, like in Ohio it has become started becoming cold. It is, Ayurveda says, according to the season we change what we do. So there is ritucharya that we will talk in this course, but you are right, it helps body get various kind of nutrients, and abhyanga have many benefits. This is one of them.
And where do you use Padabhyanga?
So, Padabhyang, people may not have time every day to do whole body massage. So, as a substitute, they can do this whole body massage over the weekends, but Padabhyang can be done every day. To get the benefit of Abhyang, just doing the Padabhyang or the back of the neck or just the back, it helps. And especially Padabhyang is, Ayurveda says that it helps improve eyesight, it helps calm the mind and sleep better. So, people who have difficulty falling asleep or feel very tired and cannot sleep, so they, it is just like a ritual that helps sleep better. So padabhyang is part of the sleep ritual, that just wash your feet in running warm water, dab it dry, sit down calmly, do gentle massage, and do not lather it with oil. It is just taking few drops of oil and doing the gentle massage, and then you can just dab it, oil, you can wipe the oil also, dab it with old towel before going to bed so that it doesn't ruin your sheets. So Padabhyang helps sleep better.
So it's not just for feet. You can do it like you said on
Padabhyang
the neck.
means Pad Abhyang. Pad is a Sanskrit word for feet. So it is just massaging your feet. Sole
Mhm.
of your feet are massaged properly.
Mhm. Great. Thank you.
Sure.
Welcome, Vijayji. And we have a few more questions. Vannaji, we can start taking them. So,
Yes.
Girijaji is asking, Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. So, what does Pinde mean?
Yes. Yat pinde tat brahmande. Pind is this body and Brahmand is this universe. So what is here is there. And how it connects is at two planes. One is five elements. These five elements are called Panch Mahabhut. Elements are not the elements of the periodic table. It refers to Panch Mahabhut. It just happens that when we translate from Sanskrit to English, sometimes we do not find adequate words. That's why this Panch Mahabhut is just translated to elements, and everybody uses that word. So everything in this universe is made up of five elements. This five element is in here and five element is there. And this is the connection through these three doshas, Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. Vat, Pitta, Kapha are made up of these five elements, but they are energies or the regulating principles. Ayurveda says that these are doshas because due to the effect of changing time or our habits or our age, they are in dynamic state and have the potential to cause imbalances. So we are through these doshas integrally connected to the universe. So what is here is there. Yat pinde tat brahmande. And the other one, how Yat pinde tat brahmande is described is there is this consciousness of this universe, and the same consciousness is present in us, which we call Atma. Sharir Indriya Sattva Atma. So, what is here is there. What changes are happening here are happening in the universe as well. We are integrally connected to that. I hope it is helpful.
I hope so. And I can take the next question. Are there any classes aligned to Indian timings? See, most of our classes happen during US evenings. But yes, if you are an early riser in India, like I am able to, and there are many students from India who do take classes because that's usually early in the morning or it will be late in the evening. So, yeah, there is nothing like classes that will happen from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 India time. But if you're really interested, it is doable. It's just 1 week. All our courses are one class a week. So definitely, if we are interested, we want to take some time out to learn something new, increase our knowledge, it is absolutely doable. Most of our classes can be taken by people in India. We do have students from Australia. We have students from the UK. They all kind of various and varied time zones. But and in case there are in case you miss a class or two, we do have video recordings of all the classes available for the students to catch up with the class and refer to it later also. So I hope that answers that question. And we have one more Isha to be taken after yoga and meditation.
So I was looking up at these questions, and uh, it looks like we have answered all. There is someone from
Yeah.
ITBHU. It is very nice to see you, sir. I did my MD I completed, finished it in 98 from Institute of Medical Sciences because Ayurveda is there, a faculty under Institute of Medical Sciences. So very nice to see you. And John Jones, if you have any questions, and Chitu Shukla is saying, according to circadian rhythm, elimination time is around 8:30 a.m. So it when we say Vat Pit Kaf, like Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande, this pind responds to the change of the universe. So when it is winter time, sunrise time changes, so it would not be 8:30. And during summer, sunrise time changes, so it would not be 8:30. So we do not look up at the time of the clock, but it is our body. And someone was asking, what is Vat, Pitta, Kapha? So I will go over that again. Core to the understanding of Ayurvedic Dinacharya is understanding five elements, Panch Mahabhut. These five elements are space, air, fire, water, and earth. Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi. The three regulating principles for these elements are called doshas. These doshas are named as Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. As written in English language, they become Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. The Sanskrit word would be Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. So, Vat is distinctly the energy of space and air. Pitta is distinctly the energy of fire and water. Water is there just to balance it. Fire is the dominant principle. It is in our body, represents the energies of digestion, metabolism, and transformation. And Kapha is the energy of earth and water. It represents structure in our body. So these Vat, Pitta, Kapha are also present in nature. So when the nature changes, these same entities or energies in our body also being in tune with that change. And that's why we follow a circadian rhythm, because this connection, when it has this same rhythm, then we are in harmony, then we are in balance. You may do anything anytime. If you go to bed late, Ayurveda says that it increases vata in our mind and body. So people might start suffering from anxiety over a period of time, or unhealthy elimination, constipation, or headaches, various kinds of pain. So it may not happen immediately, but over the period of time. If someone just eats heavy breakfast and they are not hungry, they eventually will start suffering from diseases like hypothyroidism or PCOS or diabetes or obesity. This is what we say lifestyle disorder, doing wrong thing at the wrong time. And Ayurveda has described it as Dinacharya, doing things at certain time of the day. So when you join for the course Swasthvrit Ayurveda for Daily Wellness, these 11 classes, class by class, you learn in detail about what you do and why you do. So some yogis and yoga practices are very unique. I would not say that why this gap was mentioned. So looks like Pragyanji, we have answered all the questions. Anyone wants to ask anything?
Yeah, if anyone wants to ask a question in person as in you can raise your hands and Vannaji can answer all of them. And just for your information, the recording will be shared with all of you along with the course registration link, the number where you can call us. Okay, so Ashok ji would like to ask a question. Ashok ji, namaste. You can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Thank you for the choice. Vandana madam, I got two questions. See, I have a patient of constipation. I have tried so many ways, but not successful. And can you suggest any means for constipation, removal constipation? Number one. Number two question is that I have read about in yoga the Ganesh Kriya, where we have to put one's finger in the anus and take out the hard stools. Is that recommended? There are two questions from my side.
So, Ashokji, constipation in Ayurveda has been described as a Vyadhi Vibandh, and Dincharya is for wellness. Ayurveda have two goals. It's described as Swasthasya Swastha Rakshanam, Aturasya Vikar Prashamnam Cha, to protect the health of the healthy, and when people fall sick, offer cure for their problems. So, Vibandh should be discussed as a vyadhi and not in this class which is focused on creating wellness every day, protecting good health, enhancing well-being, and preventing diseases. So we are not talking about the disease, you need a personal consultation to understand the causative factors and how it can be managed. So it is beyond the scope of this webinar. And the second question that you asked, certain practices, some yogi kriya, if someone has explained, Ayurveda does not describes this like putting the finger to, if this would be seen as impacted stool, and this would need another kind of management. Ayurveda has described various types of basti, Anuvasan basti, Asthapan basti, Niruhu basti, to manage all these problems. Or there are herbs and formulations. So this is again not a part of the Ayurvedic daily routine.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, I must say, presentation very, very brief and nice.
Ashokji, we lost you.
Yes, madam.
No, we were saying something and we lost you. So please complete your.
I only want to express that presentation was very brief and nice, and we would like to such presentation from HUA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? Does anyone else have any other questions? It would be best to, kind of, if you're interested, join the course, learn, all these nitty-gritties, little things, because obviously, Vannaji will not be able to get into small and little details here in the webinar. And you can definitely, she will have a lot of things to tell us in the course. It is a 1.5 hour session every week. So 1.5 hours, I believe, is a good time. And you all can join. As I was telling you, you will get an email. You can reach us through calls, through WhatsApp, through emails, anything. You will have the numbers, the contact details. You'll be able to write to Vannaji if you have any specific academic questions. You need help with registrations, you can always get in touch with us, the admissions team at HUA. You can watch the recording. You can go through the course page on the website, and I think that would we will look forward to seeing all of you who are interested. And please consider doing this, because I believe in today's world where everything is pollution and everything is contaminated, everything is artificial, I would say. Even the air that we breathe, ask people here in Delhi, it's like uh, it is something that will make, if not drastic, but at least slow changes to one's life and the community's life as a whole. So something that we should look forward to.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Pragyaji. This is about living consciously. We are living anyways. When we live consciously, it improves the quality of life as well. It is not just about diseases. You feel happy. What is the use of living this life when you do not have the joy of living it? It brings peace and satisfaction. So, in this course, I talk in detail about eating guidelines, not just the time of the eating. This is like one prototype class. Dinacharya was there. I talk into details because how we eat. Now, modern science is talking about mind gut axis. Ayurveda has always described these things. So, in this course, people will learn about the eating habits and Ayurvedic Dinacharya I was talking about, and you said that everybody needs to learn because of the air pollution and all. Ayurveda calls Dinacharya Nitya Rasayan. Rasayan means rejuvenation. Ayurveda classically had 8 branches. Modern science is still not there. Ayurveda has set one branch as Rasayan Vigyan. So, this rasayan, what does it means? Rejuvenation. Some herbs like ashwagandha, guduchi, they have become very popular here in USA. Stores like Walgreens, CVS, we have ashwagandha gummies or ashwagandha is being sold. It is not correct. This is a very powerful herb. And why it has become popular? Because now scientists have discovered that it is adaptogenic herb, but it is an Ayurvedic herb and it is described as rasayan. And this daily routine has also been described as rasayan. Ritucharya, this daily routine changes with season. So you will people will learn about that. And one important thing that they learn in this course is Ayurveda is personalized in its approach. Each of us are born with our own unique composition of these five elements. This qualitative and quantitative composition of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha that we are born with does not changes in our lifetime. So we have our own unique Ayurvedic mind body type, which is called Ayur Genomics. So this was a general template that I shared tonight's webinar. But in the course, there is one class about assessment or understanding your own mind body type and personalizing this routine according to yourself.
Hard one.
So
Just, sorry, please go ahead, Vanna. You
So
completed.
this is just a glimpse about the course. You would learn a lot, and you would also see that this is a style every teacher teaches. So my classes are every class is 1 hour long, and half an hour is for QA session. Tonight I have kept more time. Half an hour was class and 1 hour for QA, but it was just to show you what you can learn in 1 hour class. We will go into details and you will learn to make teas, how to support some problems that like a ginger tea. Ayurveda calls ginger uh, Vishwa Bheshaj or Mahabheshaj. In what situations we all use ginger in our food, but there is a way that we use ginger that it affects the balance of the doshas and supports. So if you are interested, you join the course and see there would be resource material other than the class lecture. There would be exercise, homework, and fun interactive activities in the class. You will enjoy it. Sorry, Pragya, you were saying I just wanted to complete this thing.
Yeah. No, just a thought that came to me was while you were giving your presentation, you said that lunch is the most important meal of the day.
Yes, you got frozen. I do not know it's at my end.
What we have grown up concept that breakfast is, you eat like a king when you're eating your breakfast. So maybe, time to kind of rethink and unlearn unhealthy habits that we've been used to.
So I will tell you here one interesting thing how we got disconnected to Ayurveda. Ayurveda is thousands and thousands of years old. It comes from Vedas. In India, how people got disconnected. It is influence of the Western world, globalization. But before that, what was happening is when the East India Company came for business and their eventual goal was to rule our country, but they were not able to break and rule us. Then Lord Macaulay was assigned this job to travel the length and breadth of India. And in his report that was presented at then British Parliament, that is a document of history. Anybody can go and read that. He
Yep.
said two things that these people have their indigenous wisdom and systems of education, health, astronomy, astrology, language, Sanskrit, until and unless we destroy that
We will
and
not.
we make them feel inferior about that, we cannot rule them. So I will talk about Ayurveda, that it was neglected and first medical college was built in Calcutta in 1930. Then other colleges were built, and that's how Western medical system came. And they made Ayurveda practitioners feel inferior. They condemned it, that it is just something hypothetical, pseudoscience. And now the science is proving the same things that Ayurveda has taught. So many problems if people just follow simple Ayurvedic routine, eating guidelines, self care practices, they can just protect their health and stay healthy. It brings more kind of it enhances not just the body strength, it improves the immunity, our power to fight diseases. It affects how we age. This is profound science. Why Ayurveda is lacking the kind of the science is, you Ayurveda is personalized in its approach. When you work on a small number and it can be applied, like this cohort research study can be applied to a larger population, then we say that this is proved by research. And that Ayurvedic research needs a paradigm shift because it is personalized. What once works for one person may not work for other. So we have failed to create this database of research. That doesn't make us unscientific. It is science, a different kind of science.
It is, absolutely. I totally agree. Vijayji, just a minute. It will take, it's a long path, I would say, because whatever we may claim, we are still a colonized community, a colonized civilization. So kind of, to break through that, whatever we have learned so far or whatever has been fed to us, unless we see the results ourselves, we will not start believing in it. The other thing is obviously the moment the West endorses it, yes, we we will, but Ayurveda definitely is effective. And Vijayji, yes, you can ask one last question and then we can close.
Yeah. So in the conversation, Vandanaji mentioned about the ashwagandha and things. So I've met people over these. I've taken a few courses in Ayurveda. So I always tell them that don't just willy-nilly go to the Indian stores and buy all these different things. And people mix the triphala and ashwagandha together. And I say, you need to have an Ayurvedic consultation. What is right for your prakriti? Because people think there is no side effects. But then the way people are consuming these off over the counter um, supplements,
Yeah.
I mean, it's I think most people are doing it the wrong way, and you might want to talk a little bit about that. And I'm sure you'll cover this
Sure,
in your course
sure,
also. So it's
sure.
not just
Ayurveda,
yeah,
it is, oops, it is just that Ayurveda does not have side effects when practiced Ayurvedically.
right.
If you are just using these things because it is not, this industry of herb for Ayurveda is not regularized and things are used, so it may create something wrong. And like say when we practicing here in the USA, I would say I make sure that people are not just buying from Indian stores these herbs and formulations, but buying from authentic sources where they make sure that these herbs are organic and non-GMO. uh, they have the certificate for sustainable cultivation. Many of the Ayurvedic herbs are just roots. Ashwagandha is a root, Shatavari is a root, the all the 10 herbs of the Shmul are roots. If sustainable cultivation is not done, we harvest now and there would be none left for the future. And fair trade. Many of these people who collect from the farms or the forest are not paid correctly. So, having the certificate for fair trade. And one of the most important is we have time limitations, so I'm just trying to make it
We
short.
can
But
take a
one
couple
of the
of minutes.
most
Yeah.
important is heavy metal testing.
Mhm.
These how it is manufactured from collection to processing to uh, packaging. So it is very important to buy from the companies which have this certification. And before using or buying, consulting a knowledgeable Ayurveda practitioner, Ayurveda doctor is very important.
Mm.
The Ayurveda is not that one fits all. It is personalized. So this and the same herb is used for so many problems. We have this concept of sahapan, anupan, that adjunct with which it is used. Simple trifla mixed with ghee or mixed with honey or with warm water or added in the takra or what time it is taken
Mm.
in the morning or at bedtime. So it changes its effect on the body. So it is a very fine science. We should not self medicate. or just practice like that.
Like you said, it's customized.
Yes, it is
Right.
personalized and customized approach of medicine.
Thank
And
you.
you know, this Prakriti you mentioned, modern science now has coined a term Ayurgenomics,
Mhm.
and they are doing lots of research on that. That also is Ayurvedic concept, personalized approach to medicine, Ayurgenomics. So I hope you got the answer for your question and you
Yes.
will learn so many things in this course.
Mm.
I'm hoping that those who have attended tonight's webinar are interested in learning more how to live a healthy way of life. Simple way. You continue doing what you are doing, but you become conscious and do not make mistakes. It is personalized approach to medicine. So hoping to see you in the classroom.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Vijayji. Thank you all for taking out time today evening, and people from who are joining from other parts of the world. If it's morning, thank you so much for joining us, taking out time to listen to Vannaji. I hope you make a good choice and take a step towards conscious living, conscious and healthy living. So, thank you all. Thank you, Vannaji, for a lovely presentation. It was eye opener in many ways, and hope to learn more things from you soon.
Thank you,
Thank you
Pragya.
so
And I
much,
also
everyone.
thank everyone who has attended tonight's webinar. I hope you found helpful. Stay connected.
Sure.
Thank you.
Namaskar. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.